The reading today is a Bouquet of People by Claire Feingold Thorin, modeled after a prayer by the late Reverend Max Kutz. Let us give thanks for a bouquet of people. We give thanks for children. Like tulips and iris, they multiply around us, making the world ever more filled with color, beauty, and new life. May we bless them as they replant themselves ever further from us, knowing that they need their own space to grow into. We give thanks for generous friends, as constant in bloom as echinacea, and whose gifts lift up our body and spirit. We give thanks for feisty friends, as indomitable as geraniums, and for continuous friends who, like bittersweet and ivy, hold on and never let go, and can never be gotten rid of. For crotchety friends, as prickly as rose bushes, their beauty a secret that is only discovered through careful gardening. For surprising friends, who at first glance seem dour and then blossom into joy as quickly as forsythia. For funny friends, silly as snapdragons, and serious friends, complex as chrysanthemums. For comfortable friends, their gentle presence as soothing as the sweet smell of lilacs. For stormy weather friends who stand by us in hard times, like lily of the valley that cannot be deterred by shade or shadow. For old friends nodding like sunflowers in the evening time, and young friends coming on fast as flocks. For friends as unpretentious as dogwood, as persistent as pachysandra, as steadfast as azalea, and who, like snowdrops, can be counted on to see you through the winter and remind you that spring always comes. For loving friends who wind around us like wisteria and embrace us despite our blights, wilts, and witherings. And finally, for forget-me-not friends, gone but never forgotten. Their beauty lives on in our memories and hearts. For this bouquet of people who brighten our lives, each in their own way, we give thanks.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Liz Kempe, and I serve on the Board of Trustees as Vice President. We'll now begin the flower celebration. The flower celebration is over 100 years old. Today, I share the story of that first flower celebration in words adapted from a story by Janine K. Groschmeyer. In the city of Prague, in the land of Czechoslovakia, in the year 1923, there was a church. But the building did not look much like a church. It had no bells, no spires, no stained glass windows. It had no organ to make beautiful music. It didn't even have a piano. It had no carvings of wood or statues of stone. It had no candles or chalices. It had no flowers. The church did have some things. It had 4 walls and a ceiling and a floor. It had a door and a few windows. It had some wooden chairs. But that was all, plain and simple. Except the church also had, who came to it every Sunday, it had a minister, and his name was Norbert Čapek. He had been the minister at the plain and simple church for 2 years. Every Sunday, Minister Čapek went to church, and he spoke to the people while they listened, sitting quietly and still in those hard wooden chairs. When he was done speaking, the people talked a little bit among themselves, and then they went home. And that was all. No music, no candles, no food, not even coffee or donuts. Springtime came to the city of Prague, and Norbert Čapek went out for a stroll. The rains had come, the birds were singing, and flowers were blooming all over the land. The world was beautiful. Then an idea came to him, simple and clear, plain as day. The next Sunday, he asked all the people in the church to bring a flower, or a budding branch, or even a twig. Each person has to bring one. What kind, they asked. What color? What size? You choose, he said. Each of you choose what you like. And so on the next Sunday, which was the first day of summer, the people came with flowers of all different colors and sizes and kinds. There were yellow daisies and red roses. There were white lilies and blue asters, dark-eyed pansies and light green leaves, pink and purple, orange and gold. There were all those colors and more. Flowers filled all the vases, and the church wasn't so plain and simple anymore. Minister Chapik spoke to the people while they listened, sitting quiet and still in those hard wooden chairs. These flowers are like ourselves, he said. Different colors and different shapes and different sizes, each needing different kinds of care, but each beautiful, each important and special in its own way. When he was done speaking, the people talked a little bit among themselves, and then they each chose a different flower from the vases before they went home. And that was all, and it was beautiful, plain and simple as the day. What a wonderful story it is, and now here at USR, we are going to have our own flower service. By exchanging flowers, we show our willingness to walk together in our search for truth. Each person takes home a flower brought by someone else, symbolizing our shared celebration and community. When you approach the table up front, I ask that you select a flower different from the one you brought that particularly appeals to you. As you take your chosen flower, noting its particular shape and beauty, please remember to handle it carefully. It is a gift that someone else has brought to you. Let us share in this Unitarian Universalist ritual of oneness and love. To begin. Oh, we have a couple more flowers coming up. Yeah, people want to come up and. These are really delicate. Lady rose. and may the flower be a symbol of the joy you take in this community.
I just wanted to say a couple of words. My name is Robert Levin. I'm the director of the Montclair State West African Drumming and Dance Ensemble. We're very happy to be here, very comfortable being here. We'd like to thank Ron Levy and all of you for inviting us back. This is, I believe, our third time here. Again, listening to your service and wondering why, you may be wondering, why is there a West African drumming ensemble here? Well, everything that's been going on from the beginning of the service has reminded me of things that happen in the traditional culture of West Africa. From the very beginning, greeting everybody, greeting in West Africa is extremely important. Setting the intention of our community to send healing energy to those of us in our community who are sick at home and can't be here with us, who need a boost of energy. That's what we do all the time with our music. We think of people first, and just as you did at the beginning, we remember those of our community who have passed on, who we love, and we call their names first to join, and we ask their help as well in sharing our good energy when we get together as a community to sing and drum and dance joyfully together, to send and deliver that good energy with the intention of healing those in our community who can't be with us. So you guys are doing the same thing. We all make music together, and with the idea of listening to each other. And when we listen to each other and we look at each other and we make music together, we do become one. As you also have said, our goal of getting together is to become one as a community. And what we'd like to do now is play music. In West Africa, the music, whenever there's drumming, there's always singing and there's always dancing. And so we'd like to invite all of you, as you're also dancing into your pockets for some change for the offertory, to move your entire body with us. We're going to set up 2 lines facing each other down the aisle, and then the 2 people at the end of the line will dance down the middle, doing whatever moves they like, and then when they reach the front, they can, finish with a nice donation or find the plate, and then you can rejoin the line as other people are dancing down, and so the line will gradually move back, and those at the top of the line will come down. And we have Vinny and Eric who are going to show, there's some basic moves. There'll be a move when you're on line facing your partner. You just a nice simple back and forth move, and then when you come down, you can do any move you like. And we have a nice finishing move, right, left, back, and down, which you can choose to do or not, but feel free to improvise your dancing. We're going to play some beautiful music called Kinka of the Ewe people of southeastern Ghana. And we do have a song in English, which I'm going to try to teach you real quick. So it goes like this. Can we just have a bell? Boom, bam, 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 bam. Can you clap like this? So I'm going to sing it once. This is in English, which is the official language of Ghana. And you'll hear it and you'll know it. Well, you won't know the song, but you'll recognize the words. When my star will shine, time will tell it. When my star will shine, time will tell. So you hear there's call and response. So we're connecting as a community, we're having this conversation. And that part repeats. When my star will shine, time will tell it. When my star will shine, time will tell. When my star will shine, time will tell it. When my star will shine, time will tell. And we also have a bridge. It goes like this. O Kinka Congress, whatever you do today, remember tomorrow. The world is a curveball, revolving every day. Whatever you do today, remember tomorrow. The world is a curveball, revolving every day. Whatever you do today, remember tomorrow. The world is a curveball, revolving every day. And the second time we say, revolving every day, and go back to the beginning. When my star will shine, time will tell it. When my star will shine, time will. So everybody can all stand up and clap with me. When my star will shine, time will tell it. When my star will shine, time will tell it.
Jackie Nadler. I serve on the Board of Trustees. Now we come to our second celebration of the day, welcoming new members who have joined us since last year, as well as 3 returning members. New and returning members, when I call your name, please come up to the front and line up here. Whether you are fairly new to USR or a longtime member like me, all of us came through these doors for the first time. We have formed long and fast friendships with like-minded people of all ages and have enriched each other's lives. I will call out the names of our new and returning members. If you're here, please step forward and receive a small gift from USR. Mark Denbo, Martha Ecker, returning, come on up. Tracy and Steve Highfill, Leona Kumagai, sorry. Elisa Sakai, Julie Sanchez, Maria Semfeld-Specht, and our newest member, Vinit Patel, Jim Hayes, we have some people who couldn't attend today, Michelle Green and Megan Kohler. David Schwartz, are you here? Jan Rosolenko. Okay, I hope I didn't forget anybody. We welcome to our community these new members who have chosen to make a commitment to this congregation and signing our membership book. New members, we are so glad to have you here with us, that you have chosen this community of fellow seekers to travel with you on your life journeys. Will you accept our gifts of fellowship, discovery, and service? Will you offer us your unique presence and gifts? Will you add your name to the long history of Unitarian Universalist people who spread hope with our living faith? Will you engage with us as we seek to create a community and a world dedicated to love and justice? We will. Congregation, will you welcome these new members with the warmth and comfort of your fellowship? Will you seek to add your strengths and talents to new gifts they bring to us? Will you share our triumphs and our struggles as our community grows and changes? We will. Let us say together a promise that we make to ourselves and to each other, which reflects our common purpose and common love in the midst of our beautiful diversity of belief. See, it's going to be on the screen maybe? Yes? No? All right. Repeat after me. Love is the spirit of this community.
Love is the spirit of this community.
Together we covenant.
Together we covenant.
To dwell together in peace.
To dwell together in peace.
To seek truth in love.
To seek truth in love.
To help one another.
To help one another.
And to work for a more just world.
And to work for a more just world.
Thank you.